They told you that without them, you're nothing. That you need their approval to succeed, their validation to feel worthy, their presence to be whole. But here's the truth. They lied. You don't need them. You never did. How many times have you bent over backward, erasing parts of yourself, just to feel accepted? How often have you traded your dreams for their comfort, your voice for their applause? And tell me, did it ever fill that emptiness inside you? Or did it leave you craving more? The truth is uncomfortable, isn't it? It makes your chest tighten, your hands clench. But let it settle in. You are not defined by them, not their opinions, not their validation, not even their love. You've been carrying this weight, the weight of their expectations, their judgments, their control. And for what? To prove something? To gain what they can't even give? Listen carefully. The power you think they have over you is nothing more than the power you handed them. So why cling to a lifeline that's pulling you under? Why fight for a place in a world that doesn't see your worth? Here's the reality. You were always enough. You just didn't believe it. It's time to cut the strings, let go of the lies. You've been standing in their shadow for too long. You don't need them. You never did. Let's talk about fear. The fear that keeps you stuck, paralyzed, clinging to what's familiar. You tell yourself you can't move forward without them. You've convinced yourself that your strength depends on their presence, their approval, their support. What are you really afraid of? Is it the silence that comes when their voices fade away? Is it standing alone, exposed, with no one left to blame when things go wrong? Or is it the terrifying realization that you've always had the power, but you've been too scared to use it? Think about the times they doubted you, the times they dismissed your dreams as foolish or unattainable. They said, "You can't do it without us." And you believed them. You let their words take root, growing into chains that wrapped around your mind. But chains only hold you as long as you let them. They took your words away with you, so you had no choice but to listen to them as long as you let them. What if their doubt wasn't about you? What if it was about their own fear? Fear of what you might become if you broke free. People will cling to you, not out of love, but out of a need to control what they can't understand. And here's the irony. The pain you feel, the struggle you endure, it's not because you're weak. It's because you've been fighting battles that weren't yours to fight. You've been carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours. You don't need their validation to be strong. You don't need their permission to chase your dreams. Every moment you spend waiting for their approval is a moment you waste, betraying yourself. Yes, the road ahead will be lonely. Yes, it will hurt. Growth always does. But tell me, would you rather endure the pain of letting go or the agony of staying in a place where you were never meant to belong? Stop running from the darkness. Stop avoiding the storm. Face it. Step into it. Because the fire you fear will not consume you. It will forge you. There's a moment in every battle when the fog clears. A single brutal truth stares you down. The pain you've been running from is your greatest ally. You've spent your life avoiding it, hiding from it, wishing it would go away. But the truth is, the struggle is not your enemy. It is your teacher, your mentor, your weapon. You thought you needed someone else to validate your worth. You thought their approval was the key to your success, but the key was always inside you. It was never in their hands. It was in your scars, in your fears, in your pain. This is the moment when you realize your suffering was never in vain. It's the fire that's been tempering your soul. It's the hammer that's been shaping your will. Every time you fell, you rose stronger. Every time you doubted yourself, you learned how to trust your instincts. Finally, looking down at your hands, you find the fingers you lost once. The fingers lightly reach out and wrap around your ankles, calm your heart. Your mind is a center, is loosened, and will caress in you. Then from a certain answer point, the people who told you that you couldn't survive without them, they were wrong. You survived because of you. And the journey today is the journey toward your joy. The pain you've endured is not a weight, it's a forge. The pain is not there to destroy you. It's there to refine you, to burn away the excess, to reveal the diamond you've always been. What if everything you thought was holding you back, the fear, the doubt, the hurt, was just pushing you forward? What if you had been growing stronger all along and you just didn't see it? Molly didn't respond, didn't look away, and never looked back. Earth which grows in lust, follow the hates. There shall be truth from you and light from within you. The moment of revelation is this: you are the one who decides your fate, not them, not anyone else. You are the architect of your life. Your strength comes from within. The darkness, the fear, the suffering. You are not its victim. You are its master. You've always had what it takes. You always did. Now that you've seen the truth, now that you've faced the darkness, it's time to rise. No more hiding, no more excuses. It's time to use the pain, the doubt, the suffering as fuel for the fire that will propel you forward. They told you that you couldn't do it alone. They told you that you weren't enough. Well, guess what? They were wrong. All that matters now is that you know the truth. You don't need them. You never did. The wind took the song, wouldn't it disappear? The clouds would move, and then suddenly all that would be left. You've been through the storm, and you've come out stronger. That's the moment of power. You don't need someone to tell you that you're capable. You already know it. You don't need someone to give you permission. You've already claimed it. The world will try to drag you back into the comfort of dependence, to tell you that you need them, that you need others to pave the way. Don't listen. The truth is, you've always been the one in control. It was never about them. It was always about you, and how far you were willing to go to reclaim your power. Your journey won't be easy. There will be days when the shadows feel overwhelming, when the doubts creep in. But now, you know the truth. You are the storm. Vortier, 9, Kepta, and Yosef, Machist, Inikels. You will not fall back into old patterns of waiting for validation or permission. You will not let the fear of being alone or uncertain keep you from your path. The only thing that can stop you now is your own fear. So, what are you waiting for? Step forward, right into the unknown, because that's where your strength lies. Every scar, every tear, every setback has brought you here, and now you will rise higher than ever before. You have everything you need. The rest of the world can doubt you. They can walk away, but you will stand tall because you know the truth. You were never weak. You were just waiting for the moment when you would wake up and realize your true power. That moment is now. Rise.